Jonas is finding inspiration from some of the most powerful and successful women on her new special, If I Could Tell You Just One Thing. And she's also living the dream that millions of millennials had by taking Nick Jonas off the market. And one of the most epic weddings of the century, please welcome Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
That good.
You smell amazing.
Yeah, wonderful.
What that is.
Thank you. I think it's me trying to dilute what New York smells like. I'm in a bubble. So it's like,
you should have been here 30 years ago. You want to stink up New York.
Really?
Oh, it used to stink much worse.
All right,
yeah, that's true.
You just got married at a beautiful wedding. Let's stay on topic. So the song you just walked out to is Sucker by your husband, the Jonas Brothers, and you obviously married Nick Jonas in December. The video for the song has 75 million views on YouTube. You and Nick both come from singing and dancing backgrounds. How did you end up collaborating on this?
It was actually just a dinner table conversation where we were talking about like video girls and who should be in the video and everything. And the boys looked around the table and looked at us and we looked at each other and we're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Our hot wives.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look at who we're married to. And I think the conversation came from there. We shot it over 2 days in London, where in a castle where The Favorite was shot. So it was like $200 million of art, and we're like doing. And especially to do it with your family, it was really great.
Let me ask you something, because you're obviously a very successful person. In many, many ways, and we were talking about failure as the way to success. Does that ring for you?
Yes, it does. I mean, I hate failure, and nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I eat a tub of ice cream in bed every time a movie fails, or I'm a miserable person.
You eat a tub of ice cream every night and you still look like that?
No, only when a movie fails. Or when something fails. But you have to indulge yourself. I mean, failure definitely teaches you. And I was listening to you guys' conversation earlier, and my parents, I mean, both of them super overachievers, but like I think I grew into wanting to be an overachiever. My parents, in fact, encouraged failing and said that, you know, even if you failed, there's always a plan B or a C that you can have. There's no do or die.
Right.
And putting that kind of pressure on not just your children, but each other. You know, especially now, we live in such an amazing time where we can monetize an idea. I mean, you can literally sit in your garage, have an idea, create an app, and be able to make a living, and substantially so.
It's not that easy to do.
Well, I'm saying, like, we have an option in the digital world today where, you know, we don't have the conventional ways of creating opportunities for ourselves. Yeah. We can be, you know...
So why cheat?
Yeah, and why...
Why cheat?
Why create?
Well, not everybody has a brain to create an app, that's why.
Well, that's
true. Well, a lot of people have ideas, and ideas are the currency of the present.
That's right.
Oh, I like that.
I was just saying, when you were here last May, you have been one of my favorite guest co-hosts because you are so brilliant, so smart.
I had so much fun doing this with you guys.
She's so brilliant, so smart. Now, you and Nick weren't even Instagram official yet, though, when you came here the last time, right?
I don't think, forget Instagram official, that happened after I got married to him.
Yeah.
But before that, like, we weren't even dating at that time.
You weren't even dating, right? And now you're married.
Yeah, that happened quick.
Well, this is a beautiful picture. So what's the difference between pre-married life and married life? I mean, are you domestic? Is he cooking? Are you cooking?
I can't cook. And I told him that when he proposed. I was like, listen, you're from a good Southern home. You're used to your mom making you amazing food, which she does. You're not marrying that girl. I cannot cook. I can make eggs, which also sporadically, maybe at night. I'm better at making eggs at night.
Yeah.
For dinner.
Why at night?
Because I'm awake at that time. In the morning, I'm like still waking up. I'm having my coffee. I'm a terrible, terrible like wife in that sense. But you know, the most amazing thing when I told him that, babe, I can't cook, and I hope you know that, he said, it's all right, babe, neither can I.
Which is perfect.
I mean, but you don't hear that from guys. They're usually like, it's okay, baby.
Well,
it's all right if you
Go take
can't
a
cook.
cooking class.
Yeah. And he was like, I can't either.
He married a woman with a brilliant mind. That's important.
But it's so different. I mean, after and before marriage, I never thought that being in a relationship, even if you're in like a seriously committed relationship, marriage feels so different. It's like the family you choose.
That's right.
And that's like a completely different thing.
Let's talk about your YouTube special.
Yes.
It's called If I Could Tell You Just One Thing. I like that title. And you sit down with some of these incredible women, gymnast Simone Biles and rapper Aquafina. and also Diane von Furstenberg.
love
What did you
Diane.
learn besides how to pronounce their names?
Well, I think I'm at a really interesting point in my life where I've never been someone who asks questions. Usually I'm the one who's being asked the questions. So it was cool to be able to sit with all of these amazing achievers and just pick their brains and have conversations.
Yeah.
And that's what made the show and the special so interesting for me. Because we did it around Women's Day, and all of these three women have contributed so much into their own lives and the lives of other people that look up to them. And like DVF and her legacy, like she told me the funnest things, and especially in between
She's
shots,
fun, yeah.
she told me some really
Her
fun
books.
things.
Yes,
Let's watch a clip, because I'm interested to see that, too.
Your one piece of advice
I have children.
to have kids.
All women can be the women they want to be.
Life is only a series of ups and downs. When you're down, there's nowhere to go but up.
Do you ever feel like a role model?
I want them to always know the real raw Simone.
I've never met a woman who's not strong. They don't exist.
We got 100, bro!
I swear to you, if you told me that there was a score, I would have done better.
So competitive. That's right.
So what's the one thing that you learned? I mean, that's the name of the show. So tell us, come on.
I mean, I really learned that evolution's the name of the game. If you-
Evolution.
Yeah. If we don't evolve as people and we're not open to change and we get stuck saying that this is who I am and this is what I believe in, then the world's gonna leave you behind and we're just gonna keep complaining. And you'll see that, I see that with most of the strongest women that I've met. They are willing to be malleable and change according to
Well, nothing
their
stays the same.
circumstances.
That's a fact.
Speaking of that, you've collaborated with a good friend of our family, Whitney Wolfe Herd.
Yes.
She created Bumble,
Yes.
where women make the first move. I hear Nick slid into your DM, so
He did
he gets
slide
credit
into
for
my
making the first move. But you've done something so
I mean,
great.
I dropped a lot of hints.
Yeah. I hear. And now, clearly, you're now a married woman. But why India? Why did you want to bring an app where women can make the first move over to India?
Well, I was doing an event for Bumble in the US when, you know, they were talking about what Bumble stands for and that they've created a social networking site, which is Bumble BFF, Bumble Business, and the dating app. So I just love the idea of empowering women to be able to, within the comforts of their homes and the safety of whatever your environment is, to take charge of your future, not just your love life, but also, you know, your opportunities that you want to
What
create.
is dating like in India?
Dating is, I mean, there's urban India and then there's rural India and there's different states that think differently. So culturally, India is a very, very diverse country. So different people react differently, but modern India today is in this amazing precipice of change where women and men themselves are taking charge of their own lives. They're trying to, especially women are coming out there, finding their voices, finding jobs. So it's a really interesting temperament. So whether you date or you don't date, whether you get married, whether you are married, whatever your circumstance in life as a woman is, it's important to be able to have a weapon or a tool that'll help you take it forward. And Bumble, I think, did that for India. We have like more than 1 million subscriptions in a few months in India. So it just shows that women want to do that. And I just wanted to be able to provide that opportunity. I mean, I can't change anything.
You're a great spokesperson for everything.
Yeah. It's really wonderful
everything.
having you. You stick out to all of us every time you're a guest on the show. And
great.
congratulations on your marriage. Our thanks to Priyanka Chopra, Jonas, her special. If I could tell you just one more thing, premieres March 27th on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Thank you.